We're going live on Instagram or Facebook. Hello.
I guess both. I don't know. I'm not checking yet.
Uh, One second.
Hi, welcome everyone to Global Peace Summit Qatar webinar. And this is our first webinar, and we are super excited to answer all your questions and queries that you have for our summit. Well, Global Peace Chain has been constantly working on UN SDG goals, United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and we work for spreading the message of peace, fulfillment, and education. Well, today's webinar is quite special because this is our first webinar where we'll be educating you and getting you awareness about how to go about and how you can fill in your applications. And just remember, only 15 days, only 5 days are left. I'm sorry. Only 5 days are left to apply. 15 December is the last date. So I think we are missing two of our panelists. They are just going to hop in anytime soon. So let me take a moment to introduce myself and then we go about with the webinar itself. And thank you so much for joining us. All the panelists from different parts of the world. Well, we all are living in different countries, we belong to different cultures, but there is one thing that connects us, which is our vision and our mission to provide happiness, no, and provide the message of peace. So, my name is Ridhima. I am from India, and I'm currently heading the entire project. I work as a project manager for the Qatar project, and I have my beautiful panelists with me. So let's introduce them to you. So first we have Jane, and Jane, let's take a moment to introduce yourself.
Thank you. I'm Jane from Haiti, but I'm currently living in New York. I'm a journalist. I'm also an ambassador for the Global Peace Chain and a country director for my country. And yes, I'm happy to be with you guys. I hope we're gonna share an amazing experience together.
Thank you so much. Now, thank you. Welcome on board. So now we have another delegate from our alumni from Pakistan, Mehek. Please introduce yourself.
Hello everyone. I am Mehek and I'm from Pakistan. And I went to Global Peace Summit in Dubai 2022. And after that, I became their ambassador. And I really hope you guys have an amazing experience, just like we did. So yeah, best of luck.
Thank you so much. Welcome. Next, we have Chanukya. Can we hear you, Chanukya, from Sri Lanka? Are you around? Hello, can you hear us? Oh, so there might be some technical glitch from her end, but that's okay. She might hop in at any moment. So let's begin. So first, I would like to ask the panelist, what is the eligibility for you to apply to Global Peace Summit in Qatar? So we can ask you, Jane, can you answer that question?
The eligibility, I mean, first of all, we got like, anybody is eligible to apply for the Global Peace Summit, even to apply for become an ambassador for the Global Peace. Um, you have to be at least start to 18 years old until 35 or 40 is depend, but the age is not matter. And you have to be a leader in your community, doing some activities in your community to help the people to be grow. And and I think that's basically all. So could anyone can add more?
Mehak, would you like to add something
Is
more
it
to
about
this?
eligibility?
Yeah,
Yes.
eligibility,
Yeah,
yes.
I think anyone who is willing to change the world better and is ready to meet and is really like willing to meet young people from around the world who have same and common interests, and then you can have a lifelong experience and make some amazing friends and like some friends from different cultures who are gonna teach you a lot about their cultures. Like there's a lot I discovered after coming back from global peace, and I just got to know a lot more about different people, and I was just very accepting after coming back. So I think if you want to see a change in yourself and in the world, just go.
I got a
Awesome.
question. Do we focus about the age? I'm pretty sure like the age is not matter. Like only if the people like start with 18 years old until 40 or something, right? Is that
Yeah,
correct?
yeah,
Yeah. Yes, and
yes.
being
There's
a
like
leader
so
in
I
your
think there's
community.
yeah, I think there's like some they do compensate you about age, because I remember when I applied for the first time, it was in Maldives, but like I couldn't go. But at that time I was just 17. So yeah, if you are talented and if you have a good like, if you just show good things about yourself, like if you have worked enough for the social change, then they definitely consider you, and the age isn't that much of an issue.
True. So basically, our basic criteria is
Yeah,
18 years old. We consider that to be taken care. But just in case you have an experience in social work and you apply, we also considered your application. But the basic criteria is to be 18 plus. So let's move to the
yeah,
next question that I have. What are the different categories? How can one apply for Global Peace Summit in Qatar? So we
Um,
can start with you, Mehak, and then we take it forward from Jane. Take it
okay.
from
um
yeah.
First you have to fill out the application that that has like few questions that you have to answer. And because those questions are important, because basically the person who is going to review your application, it will help that person know about your interest and about yourself. So and even if you are capable of applying, and what are your interests and how you are going to make a difference in that conference. Secondly, after you're selected, they're like looking at your criteria, like looking at your capabilities and your achievements. They group you in three different categories. First is fully funded. Second, in fully funded you don't have to pay anything. And then one more thing that I would like to mention is that when you have to apply, you have to pay I think $30 to $40. You have to pay $30 to $40 for the application fee. Secondly, when you're selected, you get a call, and then you have interview. And after interview, they're going to group you in three categories. First is fully funded, in which you don't have to pay anything, and the program covers all the costs for you. Secondly, we have partially funded. In partially funded, you just have to pay for your ticket, like airfare, and the rest is on the Global Peace Summit. And for the third, you have to like buy their package that includes your hotel, your airfares, and you have to pay a certain program fee that isn't much. Actually, like it's just like $300 to $400. Yeah,
I want to add something that's
yeah,
for me it's really important.
Yeah, sure.
First of all, we should to inform the young leader who are watching us that the Global Peace Summit is not only an event, it's an incredible experience that you guys may have never experienced it before. And there's two reasons that explain that. So the first,
yeah,
you will have opportunity to meet and connect with the most talented young leader from all over the globe. So of course you're gonna share your project, your ID, the difficulty that you encountered, and of course you will collect the extraordinary advice and return to overcome this challenge. So the number two, you will live an experience where the atmosphere, the pleasure, the joy are of the heart of all activities. So please, guys, don't miss the opportunity to send your application now, and to join us and having fun together.
Wonderful. We just have like 5 days to go, and it's the last date is to 15 December.
Correct.
So, Jen, I would like to
yeah.
ask your experience with Global Peace Chain, how it changed you as a person, and what all learnings did you had?
Personally, uh, I meet people that's the last time I went to the Global Peace Summit, and I mean it was held in Baku, Azerbaijan. So I meet some amazing people. So that participate to the Global Peace Summit, and actually now that's become family. Because actually, so I got some people from Baku that's living in my house in New York that spend the Christmas with my family. So that's basically for me the most amazing experience ever that I ever had. So I invite you guys, don't miss the opportunity. Send us your application today and come enjoy and having fun with us.
Wow, that's amazing. I think anyone who wants to come to New York, Jane is ready to host you. Just know that you must be a global peace ambassador. That's
Yeah,
the criteria for you to
Yeah.
host them, right?
of course, yes.
Awesome, awesome. Mehak, share your experience with Global Peace Chain.
Okay. So like I have worked with three different organizations and I have traveled with them internationally. And honestly, I'm not even lying. Like I'm not doing it because I am live and I have to talk about something, but I am actually very honest about it. I worked with three different organizations. One was and two of them are American organizations. And honestly, the thing, the time I had at Global Peace Summit in Dubai, there's like nothing could compare that because it was so good. I'm not even lying. Okay, I think because the one thing that I really, really liked and I really admire about Global Peace Summit and their conferences is that you don't have to fit in. Like you just have to be yourself. Like there are some people who are not very confident, and then there are some people who don't even speak English very fluently. But you know, you don't have to like nobody judge you there. Like you have to be yourself, you have to represent your culture. It's about representing your culture and not trying to fit in some other culture. You have to represent yourself, whoever you are, wherever you are from. You just have to be yourself. And I think this is the one thing that really boosted my confidence, and I was a completely different person after coming back. And I think how much I felt confident in Global Peace Summit, I don't think it it happened in the other two programs that I went on. So I think it's like I'm not even lying. It's really like it boosts your confidence to another level, and it gives you a lot of memories and amazing friends who are going to be there for you and who are not going to judge you. And I think it's an organization that helps you accept yourself and your identity and your cultures.
I want to add one last thing. Don't be afraid to create memories. So when
Yeah,
you be with your friend, you're gonna take picture, go to the restaurant. So please create memories when you go to the Baku. I mean, not to the Qatar, to the night, to the last summit that be held in Qatar. So create memories together.
yeah. And like one more thing is that Qatar is very beautiful. I just went to Qatar to work with an organization. I went in June and it was so beautiful, and I'm not even lying. I liked it far better than Dubai. Secondly, one thing that I would like to mention is that when you go to the program, don't suffocate yourself. Just go. You just have 3 days to live your life to the fullest and enjoy the event. So just go and interact with people and make friends, and just interact with everyone. Like interact with everyone you want to, and just don't suffocate yourself. Just be, like live the moment. So because it's gonna be the best days of your life. Honestly, I'm not even lying.
Interesting. Actually, I feel like sharing my experience with Global Peace Chain. So, I actually started as a delegate. I was one of their delegates in Malaysia. And
Hmm.
I think I had so much of beautiful experiences. I met great people who loved me,
Yeah.
accepted me for who I am. And
Hmm.
journey with GPC has been like crazy, and it was challenging though when you actually handle an entire summit. So when you're a delegate, it's easy. But when you're a part of organizing team, there's so many things that we work on the back
Yeah.
end, front end. But our main purpose is to give everyone a platform to express themselves. But there
Yeah.
are two things that you have to be aware of is we
Yeah.
want you to work for the welfare of society in any possible
Hmm.
way, be it teaching, be
Yeah.
anything that you want to. So our main purpose is to help people become more confident about themselves and give them a platform to express. We also, on the last day, we give a platform to everyone to showcase their social projects. This is something which is not done. Like
Yeah.
if you're doing something good in your country, we want to see it, we want to see your efforts. So that's
Yeah.
one thing that GPC has created, and we also create a safe space for everyone to be themselves. Thank you, Mehak, for adding this. And this is so important for the world we are living in, for the crisis that we
Yeah.
have, in the world where we cannot accept ourselves.
I
It's
would like,
important to.
yeah, yeah. Okay, one thing that I would like to add is that after coming back, I think a lot of people go there and they attend the program. I think what you should be doing is that when you come back, you have to make an impact in your society because that's what the program teaches you, right? There are a lot of people who are like doing a lot for their countries, for their societies, and for the world. So when you come back, you're actually very enthusiastic to do something. And like when I came back, I was already into very much social projects, and I have done all that. But like when I came back, I remember I came back and I had made some Syrian friends and some African friends, and we actually talked about how we can make an impact on our societies, and we actually collected funds and we helped people, and we exchanged letters, and we actually did some things that we kept low key, but we just wanted to do it for our own selves because we just wanted to make, like, we just wanted to assure ourselves that we are doing something, and so that we don't feel guilty that we were taught something really beautiful in the program and we weren't able to do something and we weren't able to help people. So I think one thing that you all have to do after coming back is that whatever you learn from there, just spread it here. Like, you have to make sure everybody else is aware of what you learn, and they actually see a change in your personality and in you.
Wow,
Yeah.
wonderful. Okay, so I have another question which is related to GPC or
Yeah.
Summit only. So, what is the
Hmm.
application fees? Like, how much you have to pay, and is it refundable, non-refundable? So, yeah.
I think it's $30 or
Okay.
$35, and
Yeah.
I'm not
It's
sure it's
somewhere
really
around
for.
30 to $40.
Got it.
Yeah. Mhm. Okay, so
Yeah.
right now
And
it's
it's
$30,
non-refundable.
$35 depends, and it's
Yeah.
non-refundable. So once you apply, or you do not get
Yeah.
once you get a category, for example, if you're
Yeah.
in a self-funded or partially funded or fully
Mhm.
funded, so the application is non-refundable. So that's what we charge for
Yeah.
you to just have the experience, because it's very exclusive, and a society where we accept everyone, but we want to see your intention. If your intention is pure
Yeah.
enough to apply, we want to see how motivated you are. So that's the reason why we have kept application fees. So moving
Hmm.
forward, how can one get selected as a fully funded candidate? Jane, would you like to answer this question?
I want to start first about the contribution that the person, the leader, made in his community. Like, oh, he helped his community, because there's some question that when you submit your application, you have to answer those question. And about those question, they will figure out, like, or you help your community to grow. And of course, like, depend the way, like, you explain, or you involve different activity that you made in your community. Of course, they're gonna choose you as a fully funded. And after you pass the first test, you're gonna have an interview, and they're gonna ask you some question, about, like, what you're doing in your community and all you do thing in your community. So depend the way you explain, exactly that's what you're doing. Yes, of course, they will choose you as a fully funded. But other ways, there's two other different type of category. They can also give you an opportunity to become a partially funded or self-funded. All depend, like, about what you do in your community. And of course, if you're doing great thing, GPC will give you visibility. Like, we will share your thing in our, because we have a great platform. We have Facebook, Instagram, and other platform. We will help you to get more visibility and our project that you're doing in your community. So I'm pretty sure my colleague will share more about that, but she's disappeared.
Well, you have got a compliment, Jane, from one of our one who is watching you. His name is Sajida. Okay, her name is Sajida Nazim. She said that it was very beautiful. Don't be afraid to create a memory. So I would like to acknowledge that. Sajida, thank you so much. We appreciate each response that you give us. It makes like our day. So
Yeah.
moving forward, can you tell me what all things are included when you get a partially funded, and how delegate can get a partially funded? I know everyone wants to be a fully funded, but what all things you need to be at to become a partially funded?
Um, you want me to start first?
Uh, Mehak, let's
Okay.
start with
I
Mehak.
think I think you have to show your commitment to the society, and you have to tell them how your presence is going to affect their program and how you're going to make a difference to the conference. And you have to just showcase your commitment to your society and how you have worked to make a change in your society and in your country. So you know you have to show them um, your achievements and whatever you have done. So if your application is nice, if you have a good interview, so I think you can come in that category of self partially funded or fully funded.
Yeah. So basically, if you want to be a fully funded
Yeah.
candidate, as Jane said, that you have to be, doing good for the society. Now, I have
Yeah.
another question for both of you. Just in case, if your application is into a self-funded category, what
Yeah.
all sort of opportunities you have and what you will get. So like people have a lot of doubts what is included in self, partially, and fully funded. So what is included in partially self, like we can just make a differentiation in like 2 3 liners, and after that we take
Okay.
questions from the audience itself.
Okay. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, if we're talking about experience obviously same, but like it differs in financial terms. In fully funded, you don't have to pay anything, and the cost is beared by the organization. In partially funded, you just have to pay your airfare ticket, and you just have to pay your airfare ticket, and the rest is on the program. And in the in self-funded, you have to buy a package from the Global Peace Summit that they offer you, and that they give you, that you have to purchase. In that they have their air ticket, they give you air ticket, they give you your living, yeah, like the hotel and transportation, everything is included, because they have an official hotel that every delegate lives in, to connect the delegates even more after the program. And after that you have to purchase their program fee, like you have to pay the program fee, right? It's I think $200 to $400, somewhere in between that, $400 to $500, I guess so. So yeah, in it just differs in financial terms, but experience wise obviously it's the same, and no delegate is differentiated, and they are all treated equally.
So just to add, remember, guys, you will have the best experience. You will spend the best time ever. So at the end of the activities, the 3 days that you will pass, you will receive a certificate that explain you were there and you having a great time with us. So you will have a certificate from the host of the organization, Camera, Mr. Camera, that will give you the certificate that prove like you were there and you're having a great time with us, and that you can have that like as a memory. So spend a
Yeah.
good time with us, and you will you will having the best
One
time.
more thing. One thing that I would like to add is that, don't be shy when you go there. Just do whatever you want to do. Just live the 3 days, because when you're gonna come back, you're gonna stay there for the rest of your life, because it's gonna be so memorable and so amazing that you'll never forget it.
Well, this is quite interesting to see your
Yeah.
experiences and how self motivated you are. So, there are few
Yeah.
questions that we have from the audience itself. We always acknowledge everyone
Yeah.
who asks us questions. So, I'm going to take the questions and you can answer one by one. And thank you so much
Okay.
for joining us. And if you have any doubts, you can reach out to us at gpc at the rate globalpeacechain.org. And we have another email ID where you can reach out to us at communication at the rate globalpeacechain.org. And we have Jane and Mehek who can answer your questions for the team of GPC Qatar. So now I'm going to take questions from the audience, that the people who are watching us. Just give me a second. So let's see. Jane or Anne? Okay, just a second. Okay, so we have the first question from Amir. Oh, he is asking about. No, okay, sorry, Mohammed. He's asking about how they can apply to become a GPC ambassador. Mehak, you can answer this question.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so after you have attended the program, you can come back and you can apply there. After coming back from program, they have the application for ambassadorship, and you have to apply for it. You have to there's an application that you have to fill, and after filling the application, you have to like write about yourself and how you're gonna make a change in the organization and what you're going to do. So basically you have to show your commitment that you are actually going to make a change in the society and you're actually going to do something. And then you have to submit the application, and they there are a lot of applications, and if you're selected you become an ambassador. I think it's for a year.
And of course, you can go to the website or reach out to your country director.
Yeah.
If your country is, I mean, if your country have a country director is on the list, you can reach out directly to your country
Hmm.
director, and say like you want to become an ambassador, and he can get the follow up for you. So yes, go to the website. We have a website www.globalpeacechain.org, and you will find like how to become an ambassador. We have all the information included. Read the information carefully, and after that, fill the form. Join us.
Awesome. And only 5 days are left. So, no, 4 days are left. So, 15 December is
Yeah.
the last date. So, next question we have from Hickment. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name incorrectly.
Yeah.
So, he wants to join the program. And, oh, okay. If you want to join the program, there's an application form that you have to fill. And once you fill the
Yeah.
application form, you will be selected in a category, and results will be out by the prescribed dates. So, we will see you. And there's a link that we are going to share in the comment box. So you can click on it and register yourself. Thank you. Let me take another question. Okay, so I think Sajida has already complimented us. Then, okay. Okay, so someone has asked when will be the results out. So James, thank you for listening to us. So James, I think the results will be out by what day? Do you know? I don't know the day. So
I'm
I
anyone
think
not
it's
knows?
just
sure.
like after a week. I think it's probably a week.
Yeah. So the last day to
A
apply is
week or 10
15
days.
December, and you get your
Yeah.
results after a week.
So one last thing. This person can be stay connected with our Facebook page or Instagram. So we will post that. We will let them know like when the result will coming out. So of course everybody
Yeah.
will know about that for sure.
So basically,
Yes.
when you apply and you open the application, there are all the details that when you will get the email and when is the interview, so you can see there before you apply.
Yeah, so usually the results come out after 1 week of your application, the last
Yeah.
date. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have another question from Joseph. He is asking, are there any fee waivers? Uh, Joseph, can you please be specific? What sort of fee waivers are you talking about? The application fees, or are you talking about the like categories? So then we'll be able to answer you. Just in case, if Mehek, you can tell about like what fee waivers are they talking about?
Okay. If you're talking about application fee, I no there's no refundable. It's not refundable. You have to pay it. And how do you have to pay is that you have to they have I think they give their bank account details, so you have to submit it there, and then you have to attach the screenshot with your application.
Um
Another thing is that yeah.
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, and if you're talking about the program fee, yeah, if so, basically, they categorize you in three different groups according to your achievements and your commitment to the society. And so, if you are fully funded, obviously you don't have to pay anything. If you are partially funded, you just have to pay for your airfare, your ticket. And if you are self-funded, then you have to like pay for all your expenses, and all these details are written in our application. So make sure to read all the details and all the terms and conditions before you fill out your application.
Just to add a few things, this fee required is an example that prove you are serious in your application. So, many people can get there and, send out an application. But when we require the fee, you have to pay this fee. So that's mean like for us, like, you are really serious. You want to join this adventure. You want to get there. So that's an example
Yeah,
that prove like, you want to join us. You want to be a part of these activities. All right.
Well, Jane, you just said my answer because there's one person who is asking. Joseph asked this if there's an application fee of $30 if someone cannot afford it. Well, one thing that we make sure is just in case if you cannot afford an application fee, we should know your intention. If your
yeah,
intention to be a part of the summit is strong enough, then we can give you a fee waiver. But
yeah,
understand your intention should be and your motivation should be strong enough to be a part of the summit. So the application fee $30 is to see how serious and what intentions you have. And just in
yeah,
case if you cannot afford it, write an application to us, send us in a request, and show us your intention to apply. So we might consider that because we want to give
yeah,
platform to each and every one, even if you cannot afford it. So this platform is open for everyone to apply, but understand that we need to see your intent. If your intent is pure
yeah.
and positive enough, then we will consider you. I hope James Joseph, your answer is answered now. Like your question is answered now. Great. I think we'll be ending the webinar in next 2 minutes. So we can take
Yeah.
two more questions and then we are going to end this webinar. And if anyone has any more questions that they wish to ask, we are open towards them. And I would like to acknowledge the audience which were there, who were listening to us, Hemkund, Amir, Muhammad, and we have a beautiful girl, Sajida, who mentioned some beautiful comment. Then we have Kashif, James, Joseph, and then we have Mohammed Zahir from the president. And our beautiful panelist, one from who's sitting in New York, Jane and Mehak. So thank you
Yeah.
so much, and let's take
Thank
one
you.
more minute. And if there's any question, feel free to ask us, and we'll be sharing the
And
application form.
Few
Yeah,
thing, few
yeah,
thing to remind there.
yeah,
There is 5 days left to submit your application. So please do it now.
yeah.
Don't say
And
like you
one
will
thing
do it
that,
later because later could be late, could be too late. So do it now. Submit us your application
yeah.
and come having fun, having the greatest adventure ever.
Okay,
awesome.
one
So
more thing
there's
that
one
I would
more
like.
question. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
Sorry, Mehak, to
okay.
cut you down.
One.
I have a
Okay.
question from.
One.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
One more thing that I would like to mention is that make sure if you have strong willingness to join the program, make sure you have your passports ready because the program is on January 22, right? So make sure you're not late and you don't miss your chance just because of these issues.
perks and benefit of working from
Yeah.
home. Okay. There are two, three questions that
Yeah.
people are asking, so let me take them very quick. So James is asking that he's far from I have US visa that helps me. How do you choose category? Okay. So we have already answered this question. How do we put people in different categories? Please watch this
Yeah.
webinar again and then you'll understand what are the different categories and how people are selected. So I think we'll be able to answer that. Then there's one more question. I would like to answer that question real quick. Uh, so basically, there are participants from who do not have international online payment system. So just in case, reach out to the team. We'll help you out, and we are sharing. I'm sharing just an email, and I'm also sharing one. Um, I guess the number, and yeah. So we are done. Okay, okay. All right. So, if you have any doubts, any queries, you can reach out to this link that I've shared in the text. And thank you so much for joining us for this exclusive webinar. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Jane and Mehak, and thank you for taking out your like precious time and educating people. We would love to see you
Yeah.
in Qatar. And any last final thoughts you have?
Yeah. Guys, have fun and just apply, because honestly, you'll never regret it.
Don't forget, create memories. Taking a lot of pictures, visit the best place in Qatar, and having fun with friends and everybody that you meet there.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you so much for joining me. And
Thank
if you have
you.
any questions, reach out to us at GPC at the rate Global Peace Chain. And just 4 days left to apply for Qatar. Let's see your application
One
coming
last
in.
thing, one last thing
Yeah,
before you close this conversation. If you're from in Haiti and you want to become an ambassador, you can join me directly. Just send me a text or a message from Facebook. I would be more than happy to help you.
great. Awesome. So thank you for joining us. And we take your leave. Good night, everyone. Take care of yourselves and see you in Qatar. Bye bye.
Bye bye.